Have a look inside. It's superb. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. Today we are going to try something which came in on a request, and it was to make exceedingly good pastry. Now obviously on this channel, you know, I make pastry all the time and not a problem. We churn out pies and things all the time, but it's not the same as the exceedingly good pastry. So we are going to attempt to make it right now. Now we're not going to sieve anything. That's plain flour, all-purpose flour. I've got icing sugar and I've got corn flour. I'm also going to go in there with a pinch of salt actually. Now I've never attempted this before, so this is going to be a first. So we're just going to give that a little gentle stir through there in this bowl. Butter and shortening. So I always use a combination of shortening and butter. And this already feels very light. So we're just going to try and combine this to make breadcrumbs. The usual carry on as we make any pastry. But I can tell you now, this is not stodgy in any way. It is very, very light. Let's just hope it all comes together. So it's just a case of lift and rub. Nice and gently. Let's bring it up there. Now, like I say, this will be a first for me. I looked through my notes actually for different pastries. It's the only one that I could think that would actually work the same as the exceedingly good pastry. So again, this could be done in a food processor or anything like that. It would only take seconds. But you know, 5 minutes and you've got a perfect pastry dough anyway. Okay, so there's our dry mix. In here I've got some water and we're going to go in there with just a splash of apple cider vinegar, and we're going to go in there with an egg. So get your egg in there and we're going to give that a beat. So just give that a beat up in there. Try not to make as much mess as I'm doing. Okay, and then we're going to take our bowl of our dry ingredients and that is going in there. We are going to bring it together and make it into a dough. Hands in, bring it together. Well, I can tell you now, it feels completely different to the pastry dough that we normally make. You can tell just by feeling it. It's a little bit stickier as well actually, compared to my normal dough. But not to worry. Should have worked it out alright. Okay, it is a little bit stickier than I normally have, but it's not sticky that it's sticking to your hand, but it does feel a little bit sticky. Now what we'll do is we'll probably split that a little bit to 2/3, 1/3, and it's only a guess, so don't hold me to it. And then we're going to wrap it in cling film and then we're going to put it in the fridge. So take your cling film, take your pastry, a little bit of a squash down. As you know, by watching all the pastries on this channel, we squash it down just to make it easy for us to roll out. So that's one. It definitely feels a lot different to what we usually make. So this is going to be an interesting experiment. There's our 2 bits of pastry. We're going to shove it in the fridge half an hour and then we're going to give it a go. Right, okay, I haven't got time to wait actually. I know that sounds quite bad, but I'm quite busy here. So this has been in the fridge for 10 minutes, so it's still soft. So we're going to roll this out. We've got to get it rolled out. I want to try and make some mince pies. Okay, nice and steady, a bit of flour on the old pin as well. Oh, it's very soft, this one. It's a very, very soft pastry. So it could work. It actually looks and feels like a really good pastry. We could have cracked this. Okay, I'm going to use this today. I'm going to make 6 mince pies, quite deep. Now this thing does not cut big enough. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually take one of these tub things and we're going to cut round that. So we're going to come round here, nice and gently. And we want 6 of those. Okay, so we have 6 of those. Let's just peel that pastry. Now this pastry feels so soft. Let's just bring it all together. And we're going to probably reuse that for the top without using that other one. Okay, all we have to do is take that, push that in there. And that is all it is. Nice, steady, down to the bottom. Now tuck it all the way down to the bottom, fill up into the bottom as much as you can get in, and try it and level off the top of that pastry to the top of there. You know, we're trying to make the exceedingly good cakes. I mean, they're perfectly machine made, so there we have it in there. Now we are going to use that same pastry, and we only want 6 tops. Obviously there's going to be more than enough pastry here. Okay, we've rolled that out, but what we're going to do is just push it to one side a minute, because we actually want to put our mince pie filling in here. Now I'm using the mince pie filling we made the other day. If you want to make this, there's a link up here right now to make the mince pie filling. This has been jarred up and canned properly, and I've left it on the side. There's quite a few jars down there. Okay. Oh, you can smell the alcohol. Whew. Right, what happens is that alcohol actually drains to the bottom. So you need to take some out and give it a little bit of a mix in a bowl. Now I had people saying that their mix was gone too hard. But you know, it's because they put it in the fridge. It sets up. That is awesome. So just give that a mix through there. Make sure you get that wetness from the bottom. I don't have to describe it any more than that. Get the wetness from the bottom of the jar. It's just in our pie. Now pack it in. Pack it in. Get it right in there. You know, when you want a mince pie, you want to be eating the mince pie. You don't want to be all pastry and no filling. There we have it. That is super duper. Look at those things in there. Right. What I need to do now is put our lids on. Now this thing will cut the lid which fits inside the pie. That will do. Want 6. 1, 2, water. A little bit of water around your pie. Around there. Now you could just do this with egg white if you wanted, because we're going to be using egg white in a minute. Take our lid, put it in there. We do have to put a couple of little vents in. Let that fruit steam away inside there as the pastry cooks. And we're going to get the oven on. We're going to go for 170. Let it do its thing, let it warm up. Now as you can see, I'm using an air fryer oven. I'm going to cook the mince pies first time this year in the air fryer. Right. I'm going to take a little bit of caster sugar and we're going to brush these pies with egg white. Got a little bit of egg white in there, look. And then we're going over the top with just a little bit of sugar. A little bit of sugar on there. Now you could put the sugar over at the end if you want, but I want that sugar on there. Give that little bit of a cooking on the top, melt over, a little bit of browning, perfect. Okay, that's good enough. We're not going to let it warm up any more than that. It's an air fryer oven obviously, so it's going to be a bit warmer than a normal oven. Warm your oven up 170 degrees. Let's stick the pies in. 21 minutes, there you go. 21 minutes and we'll see what it looks like. We'll watch it along the way. We don't want to burn anything, so we'll just see how we go. We might have to give it a little minute more, or we might have to take it out. There you go. Okay, looking at these things, they look like they're going to cook too quickly. So I've turned the temperature down to 150 degrees. We're trying to not have a too brown a pastry. It's a new pastry mix I've tried, obviously, but they are cooking really well. So we're down to 150 degrees and we're going to watch it. Okay, there's our pies done. Let's get them out of there. Oh, they're a bit done more than I would have liked. There we go. Mince pies made. Now, we're going to have to let them go cold actually. Cool down 10 minutes, we'll take them out and have a look. It's a completely new pastry. We've never made it before, but it's not as white as I expected. It is actually still browned over. Now it's probably browned over because of the sugar we put on, but we'll see in a minute. Give it 10 minutes, we'll take it out and give it a taste test. Come on, just look at that. Perfect mince pies. They are absolutely perfect. It's a new style of pastry. I've never used it before, but they've turned out very well. And if you look underneath, that is lovely, perfectly light in colour, but they are cooked properly. Just look at those. They are superb. And you've got that lovely caster sugar on the top there. They are a little bit browner than I thought they would be. I thought we'd do a light pastry, but they are fabulous. Really, really fabulous. Now you can actually dust over the top with icing sugar if you so wish, or you can serve them like that. It's entirely up to you. Now, I'm not going to dust them with icing sugar because I'm not really keen on icing sugar over the top of my pies. What do they taste like? Let's give it a taste test. Let's just hope the filling's not too hot. Oh, wow. That is a delightful pastry. That is fantastic. And obviously it's absolutely packed with fruit. Got that fantastic alcohol flavour through there. The smell, amazing. In fact, this whole place smells amazing. There you are, that's mince pies made. New pastry, but worth a go. In fact, the pastry tastes superb. I might start alternating my pastry to this pastry actually. It is really, really good. Have a look inside. It's superb. So if you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video. And if you've had a good enough look, I'm gonna eat it.